Hey Scorpio, happy May 2017. This is Dark Dove Tarot. Hope everybody is doing fantastic. As you know, I always pre-shuffle, but I'm going to give the cards a little bit more energy before we get started. I move pretty fast. I have a lot to get out, and I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know I've been saying I'm going to get all my readings out each month, and it's been difficult because my 9-to-5 or job that pays the bills has been crazy with projects. So I apologize again. Hopefully this month, because I'm getting them out earlier than normal, that means that I won't have to apologize anymore for being flaky on my reads. It's not that I don't want to, it's just literally I have a lot of projects, especially in the beginning of the year with my current 9-to-5. So I appreciate everybody's patience. As you know, I focus on love and relationships, but I will include anything else that I find necessary or that comes to the forefront that doesn't involve love and relationships. This is a general read, as everybody tells you, so check your sun, moon, and rising. Hopefully this resonates with you and you get what you want out of it. I appreciate any likes, comments, subscribes, private readings, donations, etc. It's all below. So let's get started. I hope everybody's doing fantastic. So coming into May, your current position or state of mind is the moon. And the moon, Scorpio tells me right off the bat that you're feeling a little anxious, or some of you. So for singles, this is telling me that it's almost like the moon is illuminating the path, but only so much. There's a full moon here, but as you can tell, the bird has it in its mouth. So you're probably only dealing with like a sliver of the moon, and you're walking down this path and you're not sure if there's something scary over here or if it's your eyes deceiving you. You're moving down the path, but you're not sure where you're going. Is it heading towards something good or something bad? So for singles, a lot of fear. And actually, I feel like a lot of singles have met somebody. You're just not sure what the heck to do with them. You're not sure if they're good for you. And I get that feeling a lot of you are not used to what you're getting from the person you met, or the person maybe you met a few months ago and it's building up to something and you're going, whoa, 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 whoa. People aren't generally this nice to me. Men or women that I date generally don't pay this much attention to me. Whoa, whoa, this is throwing me off guard. So it's almost like you're getting what you want, or they're showing you a kind of person that you would want, or somebody you'd want to be with, but you're going, whoa, a little too good to be true. I'm not sure where we're going, and it's throwing you off kilter. And eventually you'll hit that full moon, hopefully, but inside you're kind of going, which direction am I heading? Okay, wait. Again, a lot of you, if you haven't met this person, you will meet them, but I get the sense a lot of singles have met somebody and you're like, fear is firing on all cylinders, but you're also like dreamy, but then you have these illusions of like, what if this person is terrible and they didn't tell me and they have a criminal background or something outrageous that, I mean, not outrageous, like anything's possible, but you know this person, or you've gotten to know them, and you know they're not, you know, deceiving you, so to speak, but you're building it up in your head that they possibly could be. So very interesting, singles. So for some of you, you haven't met this person, but I'm sensing a lot of you have met this person. Maybe you've met a few people, but somebody's standing out in your mind and you're going, wait a minute, who are you? I don't ever get treated this way. And it's not even that they're nice to you, because you've met nice people and whatever. It's like they're going out of their way to impress upon you that they're interested and you're worthy of it. And now you're going, whoa, 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 whoa. wait, where are we headed here? So it's good. I laugh because I sense a lot of you are really anxious, and yet smile. I can feel that whenever this person contacts you, you are smiling from the inside out, and everybody else can see it. So it's really good. Don't, you know, ruin it by letting, like, you know, the crazy anxiety mix in and deliver bad thoughts. For couples, this is a little different. For couples, this is, I get the sense something's not quite right in your relationship. same aspect of you're kind of looking at your partner going, what in the heck has gotten into you? Or what are you doing? I'm not quite understanding what we're doing here. But you too are only seeing like a sliver of it, and you're going, I'm not quite sure how to fix this or where we're headed. And you also feel like you don't know where to begin, because it's not negative like they're cheating or anything is necessarily unhealthy. It's more something shifted. And because Scorpios are in tune, I mean, let's face it, water signs are in tune with themselves, and you can kind of tell, like if somebody looks at you funny or if they act strange or their body movements are different, you pick up on that heavily. And so some of you are in a relationship and you're going, whoa, whoa, something's off kilter a little bit, and you can't quite figure out what it is. And so you too, as couples, are coming in to the month of May feeling just as anxious as the singles, but for different reasons. Not fear of breakup, and I don't sense there's some big breakup coming, more of something's not how it normally is, and you're trying to figure out what's going on. I get the sense maybe some of your partners are like not talking differently, but using words they don't normally use, or maybe they got an outlandish haircut and you're kind of like, it's throwing you off, or maybe it's kind of like a midlife crisis and you're just trying to figure out where you fit in the whole picture, and something's not illuminated for you. So for both singles and couples, wait until the sunlight comes to kind of shine on everything, and then you'll see things more clearly. But for right now, I can sense you're a little anxious coming into this month. So the next card you have is often feelings or challenges that are internal. And so you have strength, and that's actually not really a challenge to the moon. This is telling me that, okay, we're feeling a little off kilter this month, but for singles, you're coming in, strength isn't necessary. It is strength, but it's also patience. So strength is about being patient. So you're following this path. You're not sure where you're going. You're not sure if it's good or bad. Be patient with it. Let whoever this is that came in, let them show you everything. Don't judge them on tomorrow's phone call. Don't judge them on their text. Don't judge them on the conversation you have. Look at the whole picture and be patient with them, because I really feel like this is somebody who could stick and they would be really good for you. Stop trying to control this. Strength is excellent because it shows you're feeling, you have self-belief within yourself, so that's great. Don't try and control the situation. And I know that's so hard for Scorpios. And not even controlling it tangibly, but you want to control it emotionally. You want to know, am I getting hurt or am I not getting hurt? Am I going to be happy? Am I not going to be happy? Well, guess what? You're going to have to wait to see, because this is telling you to be patient. And with couples, it's the same thing. Couples there's a little change. And like I said, with the moon, you can feel it off kilter a little bit. And you're trying to control the situation. Like, you want to walk up to your partner and be like, what's wrong? Are you cheating me? Is something going on? What am I not seeing? And instead, it's something little, like they're trying to impress you, or, maybe they looked at you differently and they're going, hey, I might want to have a baby with this person, or we should really move in together. And you're looking at it as they're totally going to leave you or something's going on. And in fact, I get the feeling it's something completely opposite. Maybe they're feeling more self-confident with you, or they're feeling more secure with you, and they're making changes within themselves. So hold on, be patient. Both singles and couples need to be patient. The next card you have is going to be your distant past, and you have the Six of Swords. So your distant past is always, relationship hurts or things that you went through. And I always combine couples and singles, because we've all been through past hurts, and we like to bring it up a little bit so we recognize what we need to take with us and let go, and make sure that we're not repeating the things that hurt us in the first place. So the Six of Swords is basically abandonment or retreat. So I'm getting the sense that some of you retreated. It was an escape. You had to go. You had to get out. I don't know what the situation was. I get the sense a lot of you were seeing, and it's weird, all of a sudden I'm feeling like there's like a meth addict or a coke addict, and you could visually just see them spiraling out of control in front of you. And it got to the point where maybe dealers were showing up, or they were getting beaten up, or money was disappearing, and you were like, that's it. I'm out of here. Not sticking with this. Smart idea. But it was hard for you because you cared about this person. You still have a little place in your heart for this person. I sense a majority of you not with them and they're not coming back. And a lot of you don't even want to know where they are. But this is definitely you taking off and saying, see you later. And maybe you even let it get to the crazy point of, am I really doing this? This is not the life I pictured myself leading. So I'm out of here. And maybe the only way you could do it was cut ties. Some of you went to extremes of moving to a different state, moving to a different city, getting a new phone number, whatever you had to do, which is pretty extreme. And that's not easy for anybody. The other thing that this can mean is the opposite. I feel like some of you were abandoned and it was like cowardly. So some of you maybe went out of town and came home and your spouse was gone or your significant other was gone. Maybe they met somebody else and instead of telling you, they just left and it was really shady. Or, I just get this feeling. I see, somebody at home expecting their husband or wife to come home and it's like they don't. And you're going, what the heck? How could they not come home? We have kids or we have a house together. And maybe you get like a text that night, not coming home. And the next thing you were doing was signing divorce papers or telling the kids, mommy or daddy's not coming home or whatever the case is. So unfortunately, this is hard, especially for Scorpios, because this gives you your fight or flight response to this path, this moon. You're going, okay, well, I've been through this before, and the moon makes me feel really uncomfortable, and I'm not sure, I like clear paths. I like to know where we're going. Either we're going to make something of this, or we're not, and your response now is kicking in. The past is affecting it, and you're wanting clear answers because you're feeling like, well, if I don't get them, I'm going to end up in this situation, I'm going to run. Or some of you are feeling like maybe this new person is too good to be true and they're going to run. So don't let the past affect you. I see a lot of broken hearts, a lot of abandonment, a lot of, you having to leave because it was a bad situation and it's sometimes dangerous. Take the good from it. Take the person who maybe developed the bad habits and, appreciate the love you shared. And if somebody did skip out on you, you are better off now, and you don't need to worry about that or regret anything or beat yourself up about it. It's in the past. Let it lie. The next card you have, it's going to be your most recent past. So in the past few weeks, this covers more like years, could be even several years, maybe a year or two ago. This is your recent past, and you have the Two of Wands. So the Two of Wands is actually not a bad card, even though sometimes people associate the wands or the fire with negative. This is planning. This is goals. This is moving on. So for singles, you are, again, somebody came in or is coming in and you're setting goals. But you're setting personal goals, not necessarily with that person. And maybe that's where the anxiety is coming from. Maybe you have gotten out of all this past chaos and you're going, this is what I want, this is where I need to be, and this is what's important to me. And now this person's coming in and you're going, wait, I was fixing me and I was working on me. And now you're coming in and messing it up because I have strong feelings and our goals going to be aligned because I was really focusing on what I want, which is good. Singles, you should. But at the same time, I get the sense for a majority of you, this person is going to be positive and it's not going to be somebody that you're going to need to run away from, and you will be able to develop those goals together. And for some of you, this is artistic chaos. For some of you, your like dreams are almost coming true and you don't know what to do with it. So it's like a chaos in your heart and your soul and your body. Everything's kind of moving around. So your recent past, I show a lot of planning and a lot of, things that you were looking forward to, and you're kind of halted a little bit right here. Whoever this person is, they've got you a little jaded inside. And for singles, if you haven't met this person, coming into May, you're going to. Or it's somebody you met and they're going to step up their game. So that's pretty good. For couples, this is about looking forward, setting goals as well. But these are like big goals. These are redecorating a house, but not something like redecorating a house, you know, we're going to buy new furniture. This is, you're redecorating everything. You're changing, you know, maybe you're adding a little like gothic to it, or maybe you're adding a little, you know, I don't know, Laura Ashley to it, something like that. I can't explain it. It's almost like you've looked around you and you went, you know, this is something we've always loved, or this is something we used to do, or this is something we used to enjoy together, and we're going to spice it up, and we're going to make it a part of us, because we didn't lose who we were, and we're not going to lose who we were when we were maybe just not as serious, or not married, or didn't have kids. And you're going to do something like take one room and make it your own, make it a gaming room, or make it a, you know, a little kind of dance room or club room, maybe with a bar or something. Maybe, you know, you decided to have date night back, but since you've got kids, you're going to put them in bed and you're going to have your own little date night, or whatever the case may be. Maybe you're going to spruce up the bathroom so that, you know, you guys will spend a lot of together time in there, you know, romantically. Who knows? But this is definitely, you're making plans, you're changing things, and you're looking forward into your life together, but you realize that you need to make some changes. And again, this moon is kind of telling you something's off, and so you're trying to figure out who you are individually and who you were as a couple before, and not fall into the rut of being together for so long that you don't have that personality in yourselves or as a couple. So the past few weeks, I sense you're kind of going, okay, what are we going to do to spice up our life? But not necessarily romantically, yes, a little bit, but more who we were is still a part of us, and we're going to recognize that, and we're going to embrace it. Because I get the sense a lot of you are feeling kind of like old mom and pop. You're doing the same daily routine, the same, you know, old couple marriage. And some of you, you know, maybe you've been married 2-3 years and you're young, and you don't want to fall into that. You don't want to look back 40 years from now and go, what did we do? You know, we lost ourselves sitting in front of the TV going, what do you want to watch? I don't care. What do you want to watch? So just keep that in mind, because it's important not to lose yourself or yourselves as couples in different ways you've expanded along the years. So the next card you have is In Time. And this is future. So this is distant. This isn't just May. This is the next few months. And you have the Star. And the Star is an excellent card. So the Star speaks a lot about hope. It's not steady. So for both singles and couples, this is kind of the moon coming in. Again, that anxiety. The Star's not a guarantee of wonderful, grandiose feelings and magical endings. That's not the Star. The Star is hope. So for couples, you have been through the ringer together. I get the sense last year, or maybe the past few years, you've gone through things together, and maybe that's what's made you into the ho-hum kind of boring couple. And there's nothing wrong with being that boring couple, but you both see that you need that sense. And so for couples, this is you going, all right, we need to illuminate that time. We need to shine on that time when we were the happiest, and we need to get it back, and we need to bring it back. And you're hopeful. You're both hopeful as a couple. So the Star is all about, you know, as long as you have hope and as long as you have faith in each other, you've got this. So continue. Whatever this is that you're uneasy about, I don't get the sense it's bad. I get the sense that it's you two are coming together, and you're going to put a little stamina or ignition and light your fire, and you're going to embrace being together. And yes, having the kids or doing the family thing or whatever that you may feel like you have to put all of your energy into, but at the same time now something is coming in where you're gonna, maybe you dance together, maybe you sang together, whatever it is, light that spark again. For singles, this too is unsteady but hopeful. So you followed this card is significant because it follows death, it follows the Tower, it follows the Devil. This says that you pulled out of all this crap, whether it's bad relationships, whether it's bad dating experiences. You've pulled through all of this and you've arrived at the Star. So for singles, this is the Star. And right now, the moon is kind of like not showing you everything, but you're going to find the star. Over the next few months, you're finding that. And this person that you think may be too good to be true is going to be illuminated. And the light is going to shine just on this person. And that's fantastic. And it's also making you the star. Because you went through all this stuff. You pulled through. For some of you, your whole world came to a burning, tower that was doomed and everything was failing, and you've pulled yourself out of it. You became a better person, and you're going to make it through. And the star is telling you over the next few months, you're going to get there. It's going to illuminate for you, but don't let the anxiety bring you down. The next card you have is your immediate future. So over the next few weeks, and you have the Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands is a very interesting card. Because this is also, this is telling you, okay, for singles, you're strategizing. You're staying the course of where you want to be. But again, I don't know who this is. They're throwing you off a little bit. You feel like you've got your priorities straight, and now you're defending. And this is you. This is your little heart. And, well, big heart, because Scorpios have big hearts. But this is you. That's your heart, your soul, everything. And you're protecting it. You're defending yourself from anything that could come your way. And push you. And I kind of get the feeling like whoever you maybe retreated from comes back or has come back recently and is saying, why? Why did you leave me? Why did you not want me? Why did you choose somebody else? Why did you not want this life? And you're going, this is me. And this is who I care about. Maybe there's kids involved. Maybe there's other things involved. And you're going, I'm protecting what I know is important, which is myself, and anything else that goes along with it. And I don't have to give you any answers because I deserve better. And that's why this moon is kicking you in the butt, and the star's going to kick you in the butt for the next couple of months because you're protecting what you have, but there's somebody here ready to give you what you need. And you're almost scared because you know it. So for singles, again, if you haven't met them, they're popping in pretty soon, and they're going to throw you off, but in a really good way. For couples, this is about priorities and strategy as well. So you know your priorities are your relationship and your kids or your house or whatever else you have, your pets. And you're trying to figure out, again, the strategy of making you both happy, keeping you harmonious, but not falling into a lackluster relationship. And I don't think you have, but you're starting to see, you're looking at your future going, okay, we have a long road ahead of us and we've chosen each other, and maybe you have kids, maybe you don't, maybe, you have a house, maybe you don't, but this person is who you want and you want to be with them. But how do I keep myself from getting into the rut that I've seen friends? Or how do we as a couple combat the divorce rate, or how so you're strategizing on taking care of you. For couples, this is you guys together, and you're making plans on how you're going to keep yourself together and how you're going to do that going forward, because things aren't always going to be easy, and you have such a deep connection and love for this person that you don't want little things to get in the way. You want your fights to be big fights about money or job losses, which of course nobody wants that. But what I mean is you don't want it to be like, you have nothing to talk about, or you don't want to be 10 years from now doing the same thing over and over and there's no spark. And you know that. So you want the big and the dramatic to a certain extent. You want a romantic night out. You want to do the silly stuff. And you want to get mad when there's a reason to get mad. You don't want to get mad because your significant other didn't put the towels a certain way, or didn't use the laundry soap the way you wanted, or didn't do the dishes the way you wanted. You want there to be a reason for an argument in the future. You want there to be a reason to be romantic, but you want to see a lot of the good. And so you're protecting your relationship from allowing any of the negative. And with that note, that makes me feel like some of you couples have recently seen your friends or family members go through divorce, because I get this huge sense that you're like protecting. This is you protecting your relationship. from becoming a statistic or saying, well, we would never be like that. And then you're worried that, yes, in fact, you'll end up like that. And you don't have to. And everybody's relationships are different. But I get the sense a lot of you are feeling like you're seeing more and more of the scary possibilities. You're like, nope, we're going to figure this out. We're not going to let this happen. So the next card you have is going to be future external factors. So anything, that will affect your outcome for the month of May or even for the next few months. And you have the Ace of Coins. So the Ace of Coins is, potential prosperity, opportunity. So for singles, I can't stress enough. Whoever this person is, this is a new opportunity, new beginnings. They have potential. A while back, you didn't even have this, seed. I don't know. I can't even explain it. A while back, you didn't even have, a seed or a pot to plant it in because things were so chaotic. And now you have this flower that's growing inside of you, and you have somebody else willing to water it. So let them. Don't just freak out or get scared because all of a sudden you're getting what you're wanting and you're not used to getting what you're wanting. So you're waiting for the other shoe to drop to make it horrible. So it can be like a dramatic ending or something terrible. Don't do that. Just enjoy it. The external factors, I see some of you getting flowers, some of you getting romanced, and your flags immediately go up. Don't do that, singles. Just enjoy it. Just enjoy what's coming. This is all about going into a stable place within yourself. And some of you may even be getting a new job. The Ace of Coins is often about a new job or, again, opportunity, but not just a new job, doing the same thing, something that's pretty significantly different. For couples, this is about new beginnings as well. And again, potential. So some of you are new couples, and that's where I sense a lot of the anxiety might be coming in. Maybe some of you just decided to commit, and now you're trying to figure out where you're growing together, and you're making decisions not to make mistakes that you did in the past. And a lot of you are really taking the time to do this together, not singling yourself out, not two personalities coming together, but it's a lot of thought went into this, a lot of, being together and being as one and kind of growing together, and reaching for new opportunities together. Maybe one of your spouses or maybe even your boyfriend, girlfriend, or whoever it is, got a new job. But again, this is definitely external things are coming at you in the way of potential prosperity. And for some of you, this is about money coming in. I always kind of joke about the fact that, I don't know too many people who've been like, hey, I found $500, or Ed McMahon called and we won, or whatever. So I look at it more of maybe some of you had an inheritance that's finally coming. Maybe you're waiting for a lawsuit to be over. Whatever it is, some people are going to be coming into some financial windfall. Could be $200, it could be $1 million. But for those of you that are waiting on something or know about something, it looks like May might be the month for that to come through. The next card you have is going to be your internal factors. So this is how things are affecting you internally this month. And you have the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups is whimsy. This is dreaming. This is romance. So, single Cancers. Or sorry, single Scorpios. Excuse me, that's so strange because last month I flubbed and called Cancer Scorpio. So I apologize for that. Your water sign. So maybe all the water signs are kind of feeling this, or maybe the Knight of Cups is significant for Cancers as well. The Knight of Cups represents, dreams. And Scorpios, this is you guys, whoever this is that's rattling you, and I just get this sense that you're smiling from ear to ear, even though it bugs the crap out of you. And the Knight is, again, this is romance. This is fanciful. So whoever this is or whatever you're coming upon, and I get the sense really that it's somebody coming towards you. Maybe you're doing it. Maybe you're the one you know, who's being romantic. Maybe you're the one who's pushing somebody else out of their comfort zone, but I really get the sense it's you. So whoever this knight is, or, you know, again, I don't put female or male to any card, but this knight is showing up as a knight, and they're going, hey, I'm here. You want flowers? You got flowers. You want to dream about me? Dream about me. And what's interesting is you're feeling whimsical. You're feeling that from the inside out. I bet half of you have had somebody say to you, man, you look happy, or who's, you know, got your feathers all messed up or whatever. And you know it, and you're feeling it. And so, and this is what you want. Just, you're nervous about it. And I get it. Be cautious. But don't, for some of you, this is it. Like, this is your chance. So don't ruin it. Don't overthink it. Just, again, be patient. Let them show everything they have in it. Then they don't have what you want. Then say, you know what? It's not going to work. I get it. But don't ruin it because you're letting yourself get in the way. I'm going to reiterate that until the end of this read, because for some of you, this is something you've never had. And you don't know how to deal with it because you've never had it. Because nobody's ever treated you like that, and you didn't think that it actually existed. So now you're being negative about it, or maybe not even negative, but you're, you know, blocking that energy because you're going, I don't deserve it, or something's going on. There must be something wrong with this person. And in reality, no. It's everybody else you've dated or everybody else you've dealt with has not been good enough. And now this person is. Let them be that way. For couples, it's the same thing. You're being romantic. You're being fanciful. Like I said, you're kind of confused what's going on, but you're protecting, you know, what you have, and you don't want to become a statistic. And the knight says the same exact thing. You're dreaming. You're dreaming about future babies. You're dreaming about wedding dresses. You're dreaming about, you know, tuxedos, whatever it is. This is what you want, and you know it. This is inside for both singles and couples. Couples, you know that this is where you want to be, so get there. You know what you have to do to get there. I feel like a lot of you maybe even held back. Maybe you're committed and you're really romantic and you're worried about scaring that person off, or you're worried about telling them you love them. Ooh, that's what that is. Some of you are like coupled and you want to tell the other person you love them. That is it. I just all of a sudden got chills. Some of you want to tell your partner or significant other you love them, and you haven't taken that step. Do it. I didn't get a sense there was anything wrong with it. Just do it. That felt really good. The next card you have, the next two cards you have are going to be your hopes and fears for the month of May and your outcome for this month. And you have the 5 of coins for your hopes and fears, which 5 of coins is going to be fears, and the Fool is your outcome. All right, so the 5, I've said this over and over. You guys are doing this to yourself. The 5 is about loss, poverty, and this is internal. So this isn't what's going to happen. This is your outcome, which is excellent. This is not what's going to happen. This is what your biggest fears are. So for singles and couples, I'm going to kind of join you together in this. This is, you're worried about losing money, poverty. You're worried about being destitute, being lost. Some of you have been there with this. When you had to retreat or abandon, or when they abandoned you, when you had to escape, you escaped with nothing. Some of you have lived on nothing. You are growing this plant, but before, like I said, you didn't have a seed. You didn't even have a pot to plant it in. You had no dirt. Your biggest fear is being back here and being left alone, and alone within yourself, and alone without somebody who actually cares about you, and having no money. Some of you have been ramen noodling it, and you didn't know how you were going to, pay the light bill. And those are your biggest fears, and I get that. And it's always good to remember what you have and appreciate the blessings. But at the same time, you have this constant fear, and you've got to let that rest. Yes, it's always good to worry about money, but this is, you are fearful of terrible things happening, and you've got to let that go. You've got to know that this star is coming, and it's going to light up the good things. So you can't, yes, you can feel those feelings, but you can't live the rest of your life worried about losing everything, even though you did. And it was really hard. Both singles and couples have been through some major tests in their life. You pulled through. This star, you got through the devil. You got through the tower. You got through death. And you arrived at this star. So chin up. Know that it's coming. The Fool is an excellent card. The Fool is the beginning of the deck. It's the very first card of any tarot deck. It's a major arcana and it's the beginning. So endless possibilities, fearlessness, potential, innocence. So the Fool is telling you that even though you're coming in this month anxious, and I get it, and you're not sure for singles who the heck this person is, let go. Find that innocence. Don't let past problems weigh you down. Don't let negative feelings or people or anything come back in. Don't compare it to anything. This is you starting fresh. This is you giving yourself the chance to love and laugh again and feel free and breathe easy. So do it. Singles need to embrace what they have or what's coming to them. Don't second guess it. It's okay. Be nervous. Be anxious. That's fine. I get it. All too well. But in the end, laugh. Have childlike innocence. Start over. Start fresh. And don't dwell on the past. Because whatever this is going to exceed your imagination right now. And for couples, it's the same thing. It doesn't matter if you're newly coupled. Oh, you know what? Some of you are actually, this is birth. This is rebirth. Some of you are having a child. Or some of you are planning on having a child. And it's going to come to fruition. So for couples, this is birth. This is something starting new in your life. Not only is a child coming in, for some of you, this is rebirth of your relationship. And some of you may have just newly committed, etc. And you're telling this person you love them, like I said here. And then your relationship starts a whole new cycle. Because the Fool starts the cycle over again. Yes, there will be ups and downs, but this is you coming together as a couple officially. I get the sense a lot of you are like newly coupled, and this is just the beginning. You're moving in together, you're making decisions, and some of you that have been coupled for a long time or married or whatever type of relationship you're in, you're going to have a baby. But to end the month on the Fool is excellent because this is basically fearlessness. So whatever you're planning, wherever you're going, whatever you're doing, whether you're single or coupled, get rid of any fears. Just go with the flow. Have this patience because you need this patience to get through the month, and it's going to end up as bright as a star, and you're going to become the Fool where anything is possible. So thank you, Scorpio, for your patience the past few months. Sorry about not getting your reads out as fast or skipping months, but hopefully this new routine I'm on, getting them out earlier, is going to help. Hope you have a fantastic month of May, and I'll see you in June.